Honorable Men Discord. Let's talk Rick Pitino and the St. John's Red Storm. Let's talk about it.
How you see yourself is how you perceived. I see a man strong, gifted, head strapping, never down on his knees, begging. Gotta make a way, even in my darkest hour. Say the odds against me was new. I would never cower.
As always, welcome back to another episode. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's get straight to it. Rick Pitino, legendary college coach. He also did a stint with coaching NBA teams as well. The teams I could think of is the New York Knicks and the Boston Celtics, but then he eventually returned back to college basketball. Now, he's been coaching for decades. I called him the Don in the thumbnail just to pay respect to how cold he is as a coach. He's a legendary coach. There's other names you could think of. Mike Krzyzewski, if I said that correctly. He's another legendary coach, but these are the guys they're a coach's coach. These are the type of people who, if you yearn to be a better player, you want to play for guys like this. They don't hold back. They're going to tell it like it is. And the irony in him coaching St. John's is the fact that St. John's is a Catholic institution, a Catholic university. And what I'm about to show you in this video beside me is him just being raw. But that's the type of coach you want to help you push yourself to be the best version, the best player that you can be, the best young man that you can be. Is to have this type of guidance in the locker room. And by the way, yes, I'm biased on this episode. You see this? Could you see that? Alumni, St. John's alumni. So let's get straight into this video, and then we're going to talk about it further. I have some things queued up, and then at the end, I also have the Sweet 16, I guess you want to say schedule for who's in the Sweet 16. So let's watch this video, and I'm going to talk about it further.
Where is your toughness? Where have you guys been raised that you're so weak mentally that you just give up when something doesn't go right for you? Don't you know what adversity is all about? That's the game of life, not the game of basketball. You don't get down when things go wrong. You dig in and get tougher. Your whole life's gonna be adversity. Learn how to deal with it. Where is your toughness?
Learn to deal with it. That should be a man's mantra. Learn to deal with it. All this soft boy era that's going on in this world. Play that back. So look, this is from Sunday's game, which helped St. John's advance into the Sweet 16. And the significance to this is I had to look into it. And St. John's, the furthest they've ever made was the Final Four. They did it twice. But they've never gone further than that. They've never, I don't believe they've ever won a championship. Well, they couldn't have if they only went to the Final Four. But with that being said, on Sunday's game, an unexpected star did a miraculous move, which it was pretty much he played one-on-one and made a layup. And that layup allowed St. John's to advance. Now, you could see by the score, it was a tight game. It was 65-65. You see 3.9 seconds left on the clock. And there's a lot of coincidence in all of this. So the player is, he didn't score the entire game, and the number that he wears is 0. So he had 0 points for this game. And that's usually how it plays out. I've seen plenty of NBA games in the past where the person that you least expect to make the shot makes a shot, and you would think that person would be cold. You know, it's not necessarily the superstar that wins some games. Sometimes it's just a guy off the bench who, you know, it's just his turn to do something miraculous. And in this case, this is what happened. All right, so let's go into this.
Fouls. This is going to be Darling. He's got to go. Darling puts it up. St. John's, let's go to the Sweet 16. No fouls.
I'm just going to play it again because I want you to see Pitino's face, right? So it's Darling that makes this right hand layup. And I'm going to show Pitino speaking about this after. And it seems as though Darling's really a lefty, based on what Pitino had to say in the post game press conference. But let's just watch this again because I want you to focus now not on Darling but on Pitino's face, his reaction.
He's going to beat Darling. He's got to go. Darling puts it up. Oh! St. John's is going to the Sweet 16.
And listen, maybe he's trying to play like he's not nervous, but that's cold. That's the look of a Don, man. He just walked off like business as usual. Like I expected my guy to give it his all, and he did, and he just walks off. So look at the post conference reaction from Rick Pitino.
It's the amazing thing and the funniest thing I've ever been involved with. So we're going to run a play, but they got fouls to give. And Bells comes up to me and says, run power, which is a high back screen pick and roll. So I walk away. I said, okay, power. I walk away and said, wait a second. He hasn't scored a bucket and he wants to run a play for himself. And then I'm thinking as I'm walking, I said, but he's Bells. And not only did he do it, he went with his right hand.
By the time they ran out of fouls, I think there was probably 4 seconds left in the play the coach was trying to run. There wasn't enough time for it. And, I threw the suggestion out, and, I don't think coach really had a choice at that point in time. So we went with it, and, I probably don't deserve this. I was pretty bad all night long, but, my teammates held it down tonight. Everybody stepped up, including this dude right here, and just happy to keep this thing rolling.
Here's the amazing thing and the funniest thing I've ever.
And so if you notice, Coach Pitino references Dylan as Bells, and that's a nickname he gave Bells because supposedly he said that Dylan Darling has the balls as big as a church bell, so they call him Bells. So with that being said, Coach believes so much in Darling's ability that even though he didn't score the entire game, he allowed him to make the final play. And listen, that's a testament to, that's just an amazing thing and experience and a mutual respect that a coach has for a player to have 3.9 seconds left and you let the guy who has no points for the game suggest that, give me the rock, I'm going to make something happen. You can't make this up, but this is all part of March Madness. This is what March Madness is made of, and I'm here for it. Again, St. John's advances to the Sweet 16. Those of you watching March Madness, those of you that watch college basketball, who are you rooting for? Who's your team? Why is it your team? I'm biased on this. Again, you see the ring. Let me bring it in there. You see the ring. All right. I don't know if you can see the year. Right. That's BS. All right. You see the year. I'm an old head. So you see the year. This is not fake. You see the year. You see that. Right. What does that say? Let me turn my hand around. I'm trying to angle it properly. Right. You see that. You see that. All right. That's my alma mater. All right. Queens born and raised. Queens High School. Queens University. All right. You see the year. Yes, I'm an old head. I'm Unc. All right. I'm rooting for St. John's. I thought when I was going to St. John's, I thought they had a good team. But again, never a Sweet 16. But we had some great players during my time at St. John's. But, to see Rick Pitino, again, a legendary coach, he has over 50 years of coaching experience from the NBA to college basketball. And I just love the fact that he's there. And this is his third year. I believe he started coaching St. John's in 2023, 24. And since he's been coaching St. John's, this is the furthest that they've made it. And it's just a testament to how great of a coach he is because he did it in a short amount of time. And this is just miscellaneous information. When I went to St. John's, they were sponsored by Jordan Brand all throughout the time I was with St. John's. And then I remember years later, they were Under Armour, and now I'm seeing them with Adidas. No, oh, excuse me. No, after Jordan Brand, I believe they went to Nike. Then they went to Under Armour, and now I see they're with Adidas. I'd like to see St. John jerseys back with Nike. I'm sorry, I like Nike sneakers. I like Adidas. I like the Anthony Edwards sneakers, the AE1s. I know this is miscellaneous talk, but I'm just talking basketball now. Let me know if you're a baller, which brand you prefer to ball in, because I know there's a lot of variety now, more variety than I used to have when I was younger. At least more variety that I would care to. I would have cared to explore when I was playing basketball. I stuck with strictly Nike, and I really didn't care for the other brands as far as balling. But now they have a lot of great options out there. So, Adidas being one of them. I like the AE1s. I haven't tried the AE2s, but I'm just talking baller talk. And yes, I am going off of the subject, but that's okay because the next team that we're up against is Duke, number 1 seed Duke. And if we can get past Duke, you'll see another episode from me, and you'll see me showing the ring again. You'll see me showing the ring. Let's get them. All right. So let's go into this schedule for the Sweet 16. You can see Texas versus Purdue, Iowa versus Nebraska, Arkansas versus Arizona, Illinois versus Houston, then of course St. John's versus Duke, Alabama versus Michigan, Michigan State versus UConn, Tennessee versus Iowa State. Listen, let's get them. Let's get them, Red Storm. Let's get Duke. Let's get Duke out of here. It's not going to be easy, but with Pitino, and you see the way he was talking to them in that locker room with Pitino on our side, anything is possible. He's going to get the most out of the players, and that's all you could ever ask for as a coach. There's no guarantees in March Madness, but all you could ask for is that you get your young athletes to give it their best, give it their all. And I believe he's accomplishing that. And again, the story speaks for itself. Sunday's game, Darling took over and did what he had to do to help them advance. He went up, got a layup, and if you watch that play from the beginning, I mean, look where he got the ball from. Let's watch it one last time, and I'm going to just wrap this episode up.
No fouls.
This is going to be Darling. He's got to go. Darling puts it up.
Come on, that's hard. And then he throws his hands in. Come on, that's hard. I'm loving it. Again, who's your team? Why is it your team? And outside of that, do you believe, like I believe, St. John's could beat Duke? Let me know in the comments. Listen, as always, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And as always, stay honorable.